Hello and welcome to this video. My name is Ruth Power from Piano Picnic, where you can learn to play the piano creatively, bite by bite. Today we're looking at a topic that is super cool and impressive when you see someone do it live. It's usually a professional performer that can play the piano without looking. Being able to sing and play together, being able to perform to an audience without having to look at the keys, being able to look at other band members for the cues that you need in order to play well and tight and together, and also to be able to read from music or lyrics without needing to look at the keyboard so much. So it's a very good skill for us pianists. The first tip is to know what you are playing. Don't try to play something that you're not very familiar with, because it's just going to be hard if you're not looking and just don't do it. Just learn the song or choose a song that you already know to start exploring this skill. The second tip is to practice visualizing the piano while you're away from it. So if you know that song really well, you're used to looking at your fingers, practice playing it in your mind's eye when you're not at the piano. That visualizing will really help you, because you will use that specifically when you are trying to play the piano without looking. You have this movie of what it looks like to play it going in your mind. The third thing is to play slowly with your eyes closed. Give it a go. Try to feel out those raised black keys. So those are our sort of like our braille, our map for not being able to look. If you feel that you've got a group of 2 black keys and a group of 3 black keys, the more we're sort of feeling where those are positioned when we're playing through a song slowly and not looking, we're going to become more familiar with where our fingers need to go. The fourth thing is to practice leaps, because often in songs we're not always just in one hand position. We'll have to leap somewhere else, and that's the hardest thing to do when you're not looking. So we need to practice leaps. You need to practice intervals of more than a fifth. So practice jumping your pinky up in a 6th, a 7th, and an octave, or even, more than an octave. Try to do 2 octaves and just see how that feels. What we're looking for is how the stretch of the hand and the jump feels, how much our arm has to go. Of course, sometimes that's relative. If we're really doing a big leap, we probably are going to have to look at the keys, but you can get better at it, be more in the ballpark at least for those big leaps if you're practicing that sort of thing and feeling how it feels in your hands and how it feels in your arms. The fifth thing is chord tone math. Think about the chords that you are playing and think about how in relation to those keys can you get to the next keys. For instance, if I'm playing a G major chord and I need to go to an E minor chord in root position up the octave, right? So it's a 6th away. I have to be able to play the E with my thumb, which is just above where my pinky is currently on the G major chord on the D. So I know that I can actually just bring my thumb under the pinky to the E and then spread the rest of the hand out to play the E minor. So it's sort of like a leap, but I can actually sort of edge my fingers around to be able to get there with a bit more confidence. Another thing that we can think about is voice leading. If you're playing chords and you have some freedom with which notes you're going to play, so you're sort of riffing or improvising a little bit, think about playing the inversions of chords so that you can minimize the amount of leaps that you need to do. And that's my 5 tips for how to play the piano without looking. And if you want more information on this, you can go to pianopicnic.com. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe.